The real Richard III was likely very different from the character created by William Shakespeare in the 1590s. But on stage and in a series of memorable films, the last king from the House of York has been immortalized as an artist in evil who both fascinates and repels.
Now is the winter of our discontent.
Evil, when it's presented on stage, is charismatic. I think if you actually look at the portraits of tyrants through the ages, from Stalin onwards, they were very charismatic figures because they had, if you like, a guru quality, even though the politics was distasteful.
Lindsay Posner's production of Richard III for the Old Globe Theatre's festival stage makes the 400-year-old play resonate for contemporary audiences by tying it into modern politics.
We've been through various historical moments recently with Gaddafi and Hussein, which follows pretty directly both the psychological and, in one sense, the storyline of Richard III, obviously not in its historical context, but in every other way. In terms of the design and the concept, we've tried to make it feel very modern, and that the battle scenes are modern and very exciting. And generally, we've given it a modern, very accessible slant, rather than setting it in a court in the 16th century, which doesn't always work, although sometimes it's nice to look at. I think this will hopefully immediately speak to people in terms of what it's about.
Actor Jay Whittaker played Richard 13 years ago, but finds new pleasure in taking on Shakespeare's complex villain again.
I think the joy of the part and of watching it is seeing him woo the audience and charm them and then turn.
Upon my life, she finds, although I cannot, myself to be a marvelous, proper man.
It begins with these wonderful speeches where he engages the audience and gets the audience to go on his ride.
He definitely gets joy from it, and gets joy in bewildering the audience as much as he does the characters and making them laugh at moments when it might not be completely appropriate to laugh.
I'll be at charges for a looking glass and entertain a score or two of tailors to study fashions to adorn my body.
There's certainly a sense that he sometimes stands outside his actions in order to relish them and take the audience along with him.
Well, shine out, fair sun, till I have bought a glass, that I may see my shadow as I pass.
He's moving the chess pieces constantly, and yet at the same time playing this character that everyone thinks he's not smart enough to be moving all the pieces.
Cousin, thou wast not wont to be so dull. Shall I be plain? I wish the bastard's dead, and I would have it suddenly performed. What sayest thou now? Speak suddenly, be brief.
Your grace may do your pleasure.
Tut, thou art all ice. Thy kindness freezes. Say, have I thy consent that they shall die?
It always seems like he's pushing people. Everyone that he's around, he's pushing them to beyond their comfort zone.
Day, yield me not thy light, nor night thy rest. Be opposite all planets of good luck to my proceeding, if, with dear heart's love, immaculate devotion, holy thoughts, I tender not thy beauteous princely daughter. In her consists my happiness.
And everybody's being manipulated all the time. There's not a single person free from his manipulation.
There's a sense that he knows what he wants from each character in each scene and exerts his will to achieve that. Till I think he's crowned, then things start to slip from his grasp and distrust grows and insecurity grows.
He's not enjoying himself anymore. When he's enjoying himself, he wants the audience to be a part of it. Yeah. And then when he's not, they become almost an enemy.
Richard's trajectory as a character proves riveting from start to finish and has enough vigor to still engage contemporary audiences.
I think the way Shakespeare frames a sentence and uses language, it opens up a channel for passion and emotion that is so much deeper and stronger than you can find often in contemporary plays, especially words, the words he chooses.
I'd say with all Shakespeare, if it's done well and it's told with clarity, the story and the plots are the most engaging plot lines in any dramas you will find.
It cannot be avoided but by this. It will not be avoided but by this.